But this was a rigged decision right from day one, with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much. Country's a mess between the borders and fake elections and
Donald Trump, the first former US president to be convicted of a crime, will remain free while awaiting sentencing and may avoid prison time for falsifying business records to cover up a hush money payment to a porn star. Trump was convicted on May 30th when a New York jury found him guilty of falsifying documents to silence a porn star before the 2016 election. After 2 days of deliberation, the 12-member jury unanimously found Trump guilty on all 34 counts. Trump watched the jurors dispassionately as they confirmed the guilty verdict. Judge Juan Merchan must approve the verdict and enter a final judgment, which is usually a formality. Criminal defendants in New York are typically sentenced within weeks of conviction, but legal wrangling can sometimes cause delays. In the meantime, lawyers and prosecutors will recommend sentences and argue over them at Trump's sentencing hearing, where Merchan will make the final decision. That is unlikely. The maximum sentence for falsifying business records is 3 to 4 years in prison. It is rare for first-time offenders convicted solely of falsifying business records to be sentenced to prison in New York. Fines or probation are more common. Those who do serve time typically have additional convictions for crimes like fraud or grand larceny. If punished beyond a fine, Trump could face home confinement or a curfew instead of imprisonment. Given his lifetime Secret Service detail, imprisoning him would be complicated. He could also be released on bail while appealing his conviction. Trump is likely to argue that the indictment is legally flawed and politically motivated. He may also claim that Judge Merchan made legal errors that deprived him of a fair trial, such as allowing salacious testimony from a porn star. His defense will likely contend that the charges were improper, arguing that state law does not apply to federal elections. Yes, the U.S. Constitution requires presidents to be at least 35 years old and U.S. citizens who have lived in the country for 14 years. In theory, Trump could be sworn in from jail or prison on Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2025, if he unseats Biden. Meanwhile, Trump has taken a blast on the guilty verdict as a rigged, disgraceful decision, telling reporters, "The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people."
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA, and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent.